The Shadow on Bitterleaf, excerpt from a longer work of fiction. Finding my way by the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise, esoteric patterns, knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pushed me closer until she turned her blank face toward me, resting the needle in his flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. "So, you are the lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and now it is your turn to be mended." The Young Prince of Tevia, excerpt from a theater play. Lord Nathan Bale, shaking with outrage. "How dare you, sir? Clothed so in my very home! I should hand you over to the watch, depraved Tevian." Prince Calasar, moving closer. "That's a harsh welcome for royalty, my lord. Your daughter treated me with much more hospitality. Alas, she has gone out for the evening, leaving me all alone." Lord Nathan Bale, stammering, studying the younger man before him. "What are you doing? Leave this house! Go back to your frozen wasteland, pale rascal!" Prince Calasar, smiling coyly, reaching out. "No need for anger between us, Lord Bale. Is it so wrong for me to be here? As I've proven, I've developed an affinity for you and your family." Lord Nathan Bale, gasping. "Oh my, Calasar, your skin is so warm. It burns." "Oh my god!" Scandalous. We might as well look at the Harpooner songs. I'm not going to bother singing it because I don't know what it's sung to. But here's the Harpooner songs. We'll just look at it and then go on our way.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The Old Port District has been added to the evacuation list. The Weeper count for the month of siege has increased. The Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain. Stay alert and stay loyal. River traffic is forbidden from landing in the Distillery District due to risk of infectious contact.
I'm sorry it's so dark. We can't risk being seen. It is a bit romantic, though, isn't it?
Call to the Spheres, Volume 1. Excerpt from a work of fiction, early chapters. My stomach twisted as the engines of the old vessel roared louder. It was the creation of Orchado, third prefect from the Academy of Natural Philosophy. He was exhilarated, savoring each of the small craft's undulations. Orchado pulled a lever, and a great gout of smoke surrounded us. The smell of burning whale oil grew unbearable as the machine propelled itself upward. I was too afraid to look through the window, which suddenly didn't feel thick enough. As if knowing my thoughts, Overseer Bryn looked at me and smiled. Recite some of the litany, my pupil. It will protect your heart from the turpitude of the void on our way to the outer spheres. The Fugue Feast. Excerpt from a book on the celebrations and holidays. At the end of every year, after the last day of the month of songs, we begin the Fugue Feast. The new year has not started, and thus the time that follows is outside the calendar. A period of celebration and feasting begins, during which the people abandon the very practices that kept them whole and healthy over the year. Many leave their homes, euphoric with spirits or potent herbs. Some paint their faces or wear masks to conceal themselves as they pursue their passions without reservation. When the right cosmological signs are observed and it is time for the calendar to begin anew, the sitting High Overseer calls for the Hymn of Atonement, and the Fugue Feast ends. Families return to their homes, wives to their husbands, enemies put down their weapons, and fires are extinguished. No complaint is given for those who have wronged others, deviated from ancient codes, or discarded oaths, for this time during the astrological alignment does not exist, and is not recorded. The following day starts the new year, marked on the first day of the month of Earth, as it has always been. Sounds like they have at least one day or evening where they can do kind of whatever they want. I assume just without outside murder. Probably huge, raucous parties. We already read that one.
Do not attempt to house or care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring them to the City Watch. They will be taken to the flooded district for treatment.
I guess we'll go to bed.
Hello, Carvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
Power, blink. You can execute a fast and stealthy forward dash through the world. You can also use it to move upwards, but the distance is reduced. Aiming at ledges will allow you to blink forward and climb up. You can hold the button to target your destination with precision. A blue sphere indicates that you should reach your destination. A blue arrow indicates you will climb up when you reach your destination. You cannot save her. Emily's letter. Carvo, I am very sad. They say that you're dead like Mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can.
Days that follow, your trials will be great, Carvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
This place is...
The heart. Equipping the heart in your left hand helps you locate bone charms or runes, even through walls. The heart beats and lights up when you are facing a bone charm or rune, and it beats faster as you get closer. The heart will whisper secrets if you press a button while targeting a person or location.
The end of all things, and the beginning. All of time is meaningless here. Neither seconds, nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky.
Runes and acquiring powers. Once you've collected some runes, open up the journal page and go to the powers section to exchange them for powers. Runes can be collected and used to acquire supernatural powers. So, we have one rune, and we can see all the abilities that Carvo will have access to here. Ones we can currently take have a flashing up arrow indicating that we can upgrade our rank from 0 to 1 in this case. I'm going to hold on to this rune because I would like to upgrade Blink. As we play the game, I'll be choosing different powers to pick. Know that I probably will not pick Dark Vision. Dark Vision is extraordinarily useful and would normally be one of the first things I take because it lets you see through walls and highlights items that you might have missed at rank 2, it's also fairly cheap to upgrade it. However, I feel this would be really distracting during a Let's Play, because I'd be using it way too much, and you wouldn't hear much because of the side effects of using dark vision. So I will not be taking it. Maybe I might take it at the very, very end of the game, but I will not be taking it otherwise in this Let's Play. I'll be holding on to this rune to upgrade Blink to rank 2, will be my first thing.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
After our dream, note that we also kept any of the remedies we picked up in the Outland. I want to quickly add that I suspect the outsider is not truly a man like we saw. I think that was just its way of deciding how it wanted to talk with us. I don't really have any other thing to say about it. Later on, we'll be finding books. And I believe it's hinted that he shows
Did I clear space for Samuel then?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long. Can you believe it?
Oh.
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock find these people, I wonder?
I get the impression he appears as different things to different people.
Attention Dunwall citizens. River traffic is forbidden from landing in the Distillery District due to risk of infectious contact. Violators will be taken to the Flooded District for treatment and rehabilitation.
Somewhere in the basements below, Hound kills Hound, and money changes hands. Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time.
Mysteries of Pandacea. Excerpt from a book on the far continent, Pandacea. At the Academy of Natural Philosophy, they speak of the Pandacean continent as a place of wonder where all of life has intertwined and blossomed across the aeons, producing a vibrant ecology unrivaled in the civilized world. The overseers from the Abbey of the Everymen, by contrast, talk of horror and heresies, of cults and submen engaged in brutal, perverse rituals. The few who have traveled to the far continent have come back to the Isles. Those who have... is that right? Yes. Those who have actually touched the soil there have returned with notes that describe vast deserts, deep jungles, and outlandish creatures that defy belief. Once in a generation, a great effort is mounted to build a colony there, in hopes of this someday growing into a port city to rival Dunwall itself. But, to date, these attempts have all ended in madness and failure.
Deals are made here, sometimes under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of a knife.
Play your way. Powers. The powers you obtain from runes can be used creatively to defeat enemies or move through the environment, blink from roof to roof, possess rats and fish, or slow time before rushing a group of enemies.
I hope you're well rested. The Admiral has some adventures in store for you, but only he knows the details.
I had a sailor for a boyfriend once. He thought he'd strike gold digging in the Pandician cliffs. They found his ship drifting empty.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The old port district has been added.
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits.
Oh. Carvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me, but my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison, and I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
Before the sun rises, they toss any casualties into the river. Men or hound, they all go in.
What can I do for you?
We managed to pick up enough cash to take another upgrade of some sort. I'm tempted to take the sword crossing so that I can parry enemies much more effectively. However, I just have seen that Piero's carrying a rune. Taking this rune will give us 3 runes total, enough to upgrade my blink right away. So we're going to take this item. We have some cash left. Let's also pick up 2 sleep bolts. And with that, we're done shopping. We will now, however, upgrade our blink to rank 2. There is no 3rd rank. Blink is now fully upgraded. We can now blink forward farther. The next upgrade I will probably be looking to take will be our speed.
Does part of the soul live in the heart? If the heart keeps beating, does that mean that the spirit is never released into oblivion? I can keep a heart beating forever with electricity, but what does that mean for any essence trapped within? It'd be easier if I created these processes in waking hours. I am uneasy pursuing avenues that emanate from my dreaming mind.
They top off the wine with river water, but eventually someone swoons. Then fresh bottles are fetched from cellars. Samuel Beechworth went to sea to forget a hopeless love. He succeeded.
Ready to go? Just give the signal.
Let's go then. Take me to the distillery district, Samuel.
It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. A man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. Then there are the real odd birds living on the fringes, like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. I don't know which is worse. Just take your pick. If you decide to go up Clavering, don't let the guards spot you.
Okay everyone, we're going to stop here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.